2 News at 11 starts now.
Touchdown, Ohio State.
The Buckeyes are Fiesta Bowl champions, defeating the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 44-28 in Arizona. A winning start to the new year and a record-breaking game for Ohio State. Good evening and Happy New Year. I'm Birshal Edmeh. We'll have Fiesta Bowl highlights coming up for you in just about 20 minutes. But first, today's game meant big business for local bars here in the Gem City. 2 News reporter Jordan Bowen is working for you with how the local bar is benefiting from the Buckeyes' appearance in the postseason.
It was a packed house here earlier today as Ohio State took on Notre Dame. We spoke with the manager, John Elking, who says it's games like these who always draw huge crowds.
This is great for business. A lot of people come out and watch the game, and just they enjoy their time here. We get a lot of cheering, and it's a great time.
And Roosters isn't the only business benefiting. Places like Cadillac Jack's and Dublin Pub also had football fans spending money on food and drinks.
It's been pleasantly busy. We love every single football game, all fans, because it brings in a lot of business. We love the games. We love supporting the fans.
We had a full staff just because we knew that game was going to be a big draw for us. The last night games with neither one of the teams being relatively local didn't get the draws we wanted to.
Bowling says it wasn't just Ohio State fans who brought in big business to his bar.
Today, the big game, us being an Irish pub, we had a big Notre Dame following today. We had this entire room packed with Notre Dame fans. We did have some Ohio State fans, but nowhere near the amount of the Irish fans. Unfortunately for them, the Buckeyes took care of business today.
When it comes down to the bottom line, Elking says no matter the teams, football is always the biggest draw at his bar.
Football impacts our business very well. We get a big turnout on Saturdays and Sundays. NFL games, especially Bengals, Steelers, and Browns games, brings out a lot of people.
For Elking, today's big crowds were a great start to 2016. Looking ahead, he hopes business continues to keep booming.
I'm definitely hoping for more turnout. The NFL playoffs will be starting soon, so I'm hoping we get a nice turnout for that. And also going into the spring and summer, we'll definitely be bringing in some great business as well.
Roosters is open until 1:15 tonight for Sugar Bowl fans watching that game, but they say crowds here now are nothing compared to what they were like earlier this afternoon. In Dayton, Jordan Bowen, 2 News, working for you.
A chilly start to the new year in the Miami Valley. Let's go to meteorologist Melissa Barrington with a first look at your Storm Team 2 forecast.
And for folks heading home from the bars and from local restaurants, well, clouds will continue to clear as we go through the overnight hours. Then for your Saturday, we're expecting a mix of clouds and sun. And on Sunday, we're expecting to see some scattered snow showers moving in Sunday night and into Monday. Right now, throughout the Dayton area, it is definitely chilly outside. Need a jacket, 25 degrees. The wind is out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour, and the barometer's holding steady at 30.25 inches. Live Doppler 2 HD is quiet, and it will remain quiet for the next 24 hours, so that's some great news here for us. And tomorrow we're expecting to see pretty much a mixture of sun and clouds. Sometimes during the day tomorrow we may actually have cloudy periods, and then sometimes we'll have some sunshine. Temperature starting out in the 20s and will be up into the upper 30s come later on in the day. Birshal?
A man fatally shoots himself during a traffic stop on I-75 near Liberty Township. It happened around 1 p.m. at northbound I-75 and State Route 129. Ohio State Highway Patrol says a trooper pulled a vehicle over for speeding. The trooper then called for backup. While talking to people inside the car, the passenger told the trooper there was a gun in the vehicle. That trooper was securing the passenger when officials say the driver disobeyed orders and took the gun and shot himself in the chest. The driver died at Atrium Medical Center. No one else was injured. An afternoon fire destroys a Kettering family's garage and 2 cars. The blaze started around 1:30 this afternoon on Walther Road. The Kettering Fire Department tells us most of the fire was contained to the garage, but parts of the attic were also damaged.
Especially when you're asleep, is that you have something that will wake you up, because it's the actual smoke that you're going to breathe in that's going to injure or even kill you, not necessarily the fire itself.
No one was hurt. Officials say the family dog was inside the house, but he also got out. Piqua police need your help identifying the suspect in an armed robbery. The Piqua Police Department posted this video you see here onto their Facebook page of a suspect robbing the Spring-Through drive-thru in the 200 block of Spring Street. Our partners at the Piqua Daily Call report that police say a man in his late teens or 20s demanded money from the business Wednesday night. Police say the suspect threatened the clerk with a knife and got away with some cash. If you have any information on who this man is, contact Piqua Police. A former Ohio congressman has died of cancer, lung cancer, at age 71. Mike Oxley left Congress in 2007 after 25 years in the House of Representatives. The Republican congressman is known for writing anti-fraud legislation and devoting time to corporate oversight and insurance protection. He was from Findlay and attended Miami University. He is survived by his wife, son, and grandson. Governor John Kasich released a statement about Oxley's passing. Kasich says, quote, "The country has lost a great public servant, and I have lost a great friend and mentor," end quote. People in Dayton today were gathering to remember a fallen deputy. The annual Bear Ride started 6 years ago, but 5 years ago, this tradition gained new meaning when a Clark County deputy was killed in the line of duty. 12-year veteran Suzanne Hopper was shot and killed on New Year's Day in 2011. Now this ride is a memorial in her honor.
The group behind me, we really care about our law enforcement and all our first responders, and we brave the cold to show that we care about them.
The group rode about 60 miles today, starting their journey in Dayton and ending near Yellow Springs. A judge reschedules the trial of a man accused of killing a competing furniture salesman back in 1992. Sam Peroni pleaded not guilty in October to murdering 41-year-old Richard Woods. His trial was set to begin this month. It is now scheduled for June. Authorities arrested Peroni in his Phoenix home last fall and brought him back to Ohio. 2 Israelis were killed and 8 others were hurt in an attack in Tel Aviv today. The gunman is identified by relatives as a member of Israel's Arab minority. Police are still looking for the suspect and have not released a motive.
This afternoon, there was no clear intelligence of any attack that was going to take place across any major city in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, and therefore our main emphasis is try and find out the exact background, whether we're talking about criminal-related or terrorist-related, and that will obviously change the direction and the seriousness of this incident.
Residents and workers arrived at the site of the shooting tonight to light candles in honor of the dead. One day after fire engulfed a high-rise luxury hotel in Dubai, we're getting our first close-up look at the damage. Authorities say they believe the fire started on the 20th floor of the 63-story building. Sources say curtains in a residence may have caused this fire. At least 14 people were injured. The fire was still smoldering well into the day today as firefighters work to put out the embers. 2016 is sure to make major headlines for the Buckeye State. All eyes will be on us, and not just because of the race for the White House. 2 News anchor Mark Allen gives us a preview of what we can expect.
2016 will be a presidential election year, and that's always big news in the Buckeye Battleground. As Jon Stewart once said, America votes, Ohio decides, and the new year will put us right back in that familiar national spotlight. First comes the Ohio primary in March with our governor on the ballot. Then this summer it's the conventions, including the GOP get-together in Cleveland, to be followed by perhaps the Miami Valley's most high-profile day of 2016 when Wright State and the Nutter Center host the very first presidential debate.
When you think about what's going to happen here, and I'm already hearing rumors that the hotel rooms are booking up within an 80-mile radius, and that's good news for our region and for the economy, but it's also to think that more than 90 million people will be engaged in watching that debate from around the world, and the ability for us to really showcase this region, I think is a big opportunity for our community.
And that won't be the only presidential news of the new year. 2016 will also bring a changing of the guard at the University of Dayton, where Eric Spina will succeed Dan Curran as UD president.
At this point, I'm not coming in with a list of here's the things we're going to do. I wanted to find a place where it would be home. I expect my wife to be deeply involved in the University of Dayton community as well as the broader Dayton community.
2016 may also see marijuana back on the Ohio ballot. After being voted down the first time, expect a more measured approach, perhaps starting with just medical marijuana. As for the local economy, Friel Glass America will continue to ramp up operations in Moraine. And after some down years, the Miami Valley job market is finally on the rise.
I think hiring has been strong, and it remains strong, and will continue through 2016 and 2017 to be very strong in this region, because we have a lot of new companies coming into town with your Friel and Procter & Gamble projects, and we have a ton of existing companies who are also hiring.
Sinclair Community College will continue to fly high in 2016 as a worldwide leader in the development of UAVs. And finally, the new year will also bring the most watched TV event in history to NBC and WDTN. The Summer Olympics in Rio are on tap for August. Happy New Year, everyone. Mark Allen, 2 News, working for you.
And the start of 2016 means the start of new resolutions for many across the country. Coming up on 2 News at 11, we're working for you with how you can keep the goals you set this year. And new arrival, the baby born to Dayton parents just as the Miami Valley was ringing in 2016. That was the countdown to midnight last night as people in New Carlisle rang in the new year. Hundreds of people stood downtown to see the 7-foot ball drop and welcome in 2016. And with the new year comes new resolutions, and sometimes it's easier to list those goals than to actually keep them. 2 News reporter Natalie Tyndall is working for you with how to stick to your resolutions this year.
It's a new year, and that means a new start for many people wanting to change something in their life. Exercising and losing weight top that list. New Year's resolutions are top of mind now that 2016 is upon us.
I guess my New Year's resolution is to build more muscle.
I'm going to try so hard not to order as much takeout.
My New Year's resolution? To have a better year than last year.
The biggest challenge people take on typically has to do with losing weight and getting fit. That's why you can expect gyms like FitWorks to be a bit more crowded.
Really crowded. We have a great crowd that turns out. Everybody's always excited to start their New Year's off with a healthy start.
Maybe because, throughout the year, people stop doing it and they make poor choices around the holidays or before that, and, they want to take initiative in their life and start going in the healthier route.
But unfortunately, a lot of resolutions don't last long. In fact, research shows 1 in 3 will fail within the first week. Many more fizzle out over the next few months.
Usually around March or April. And then people will slowly stop coming in.
But if you don't want to be one of those people this year, listen up. No matter if your resolution is to get to the gym, save money, quit smoking, or to learn something new, you can all do a few things to help yourself stick with it. First off, find a friend that's working toward the same goal.
Accountability. Hold yourself accountable. That's the biggest thing. Work out with friends because friends kind of help keep you motivated. It's definitely a big part of it is just who you surround yourself with.
According to Forbes, make sure you have a good reason for your resolution. Pick something you feel passionate about. It will be easier to stick with it. They also say it's good to be specific about the resolution you pick and write it down. And the biggest piece of advice is to be patient.
It's intimidating and it's hard, at first, but once you keep going and you get the feel for it, you give yourself like 2 weeks, a month, and then you'll get into it. Just stick with it.
Whether it's saving money or exercising more, I've posted more tips to how to keep those resolutions on our website at WDTN.com. Natalie Tendall, 2 News, working for you.
Soin Medical Center in Beaver Creek welcomed the Miami Valley's first baby of 2016 very early this morning. Meet one of the Gem City's newest residents.
This is Josiah.
While many of us were watching something like this, Crystal Davis
Sat back and my water broke.
was going into labor.
Perfect timing for each contraction and push. And then here he came at 12.
40 seconds after midnight to be exact.
He decided to come one out when the ball dropped.
A grand entrance, a little earlier than expected.
His original due date was January 15.
Josiah Emmanuel Fraley.
Trying to keep the initials, we all got the same initials, JEF.
Yeah, I'm the oddball. KJD.
New son of Crystal Davis and Joshua Fraley.
I just want to teach them to be, respectful and upstanding and, just to treat people the way, that they would like to be treated and just to be good people.
And little brother to 13-month-old Joshua Jr.
Just want them to be best friends and know that, they have somebody else in this world.
The Miami Valley's first baby of 2016.
Yeah, he's a great baby. He's very, quiet and well-tempered, and he's good.
Ready to take on the world in the new year.
Well, at least the first day of the new year has been uneventful weather-wise. Today, we've seen some scattered clouds throughout the area, not a lot of sunshine. The further south you went today, you did see a little bit more sun versus as you traveled to the north. Satellite pictures still showing some scattered clouds throughout much of the Buckeye State, but skies will be clearing as we head during the overnight hours. Temperatures, though, haven't been moving very much throughout the day. Currently, we have 26 in Lima, 25 in Dayton, 26 in Wilmington, and a couple degrees warmer in Cincinnati at 28 degrees. A little bit closer to home, 25 in Troy, 26 in Union City, and 27 currently in Springfield. As we travel a little further north, we have 26 in Wapakoneta and 26 also in Minster. Throughout the rest of the area, we have 25 in Miamisburg and 27 in Fairburn. Pretty much, for the most part, as you can see here, almost everybody's pretty uniform around that 25-degree mark. And we'll see temperatures warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but not a lot. But with that 25-degree temperature, factor in the wind, it puts our wind chills throughout the area in the middle teens at this time. Currently, it feels like it is 15 degrees in Dayton. Right now at the airport, it is officially at 25 degrees. The wind is out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. The barometer is holding steady at 30.25. 25 inches. For the rest of tonight, we are expecting to see temperatures, like I said, pretty much hold steady, but we will see the clouds start to continue to clear out. The winds will shift around to the southwest, and as they do, that'll actually keep our temperatures up during the overnight hours and not allow them to fall quite so much. Officially, the high for today was 34. The low was 10 degrees cooler at 24 and no precipitation. Future tracks showing that tomorrow is expected to be a dry day as well. Some scattered clouds working their way through, but most of the clouds will come through on Sunday and during the overnight hours on Sunday, where we're actually expecting to see some scattered snow showers, and there may even be some snow bands coming off of the Great Lakes. So these snow squalls, mainly to the north of I-70, do have the potential to even add up to about an inch or so, and that will affect the Monday morning commute back to work and back to school. Your forecast, though, for tonight, skies will continue to clear. Overnight low, not really dropping down very much, 24 degrees. And then as we look ahead to your Saturday, we are expecting to see 38 degrees, a mixture of clouds and sun, breezy conditions, those winds continuing out of the southwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then your extended forecast here, as we look to the first full week of 2016, you'll notice that we are expecting to see that rain and snow work its way through on Sunday and into Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are expecting to see some sunshine. And with that sunshine, we're going to see temperatures generally right around 40 degrees. And then it looks like the end of the week could be rather sloppy as well, as we look at a chance for some rain showers moving in.
All right. Seems like all we had to do was usher in 2016 to usher in the winter as well.
There you go.
All right. Well, still to come on 2 News at 11, President Obama making plans for the remainder of his term, what he says he'll focus on in 2016. Plus, the Ohio State Buckeyes win the Fiesta Bowl. A look at how they earned the victory over the Fighting Irish. That's coming up in 2 Sports. Grammy Award-winning singer Natalie Cole has died at the age of 65. Cole is the daughter of legendary singer Nat King Cole. Her publicist says she died Thursday after battling ongoing health issues, including hepatitis C and substance abuse. In a statement, her family said Cole will remain forever unforgettable in their hearts. That, of course, referring to the hit song Unforgettable, made famous first by her father. President Obama says during his last few months in office, he's planning to work on some unfinished business, particularly when it comes to gun violence. In his weekly address, the president says he plans to meet with the Attorney General to discuss how to reduce gun violence. He asks everyone to join him in the fight, saying it's going to take everyone to make America safer for future generations.
Tens of thousands of our fellow Americans have been mowed down by gun violence. Tens of thousands. Each time we're told that common sense reforms like background checks might not have stopped the last massacre or the one before that, so we shouldn't do anything.
The president is scheduled to meet with Attorney General Loretta Lynch on Monday to talk about this issue.